Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Warhammer 40k Let's Play. So, in today's episode, we're finally going to deal with this psychic ship over here. Everybody is back at base, nobody's out on any sort of missions or anything, so everyone's here. We can bring all our guns to bear on this thing. And I've gone ahead and I've brought down a machine gun for just this purpose. I'm going to be a little bit on the safe side though, and spread our forces out. Because I've already attempted to record this episode once. Unfortunately, I have a school behind my house, and they decided to test their emergency, I don't know, some warning system thing that involved a guy speaking very loudly into a PA system for about an hour. And so, unfortunately, it happened while I was about midway through the episode. And after checking the video out in post, it was very prevalent. You could hear it pretty much the entire second half of the video. So I scrapped the whole thing and started over. So I have a little bit of foresight into what's going to happen. And there's some interesting stuff in this psychic ship. At least there was. And we'll see if that is the case this time around as well. So just in case that ends up happening again, I'm going to spread my forces out all along the wall here. That way, if anything tries to break out and get into our base, we'll have, you know, people firing on it the entire time. Also, if I draft everybody, there's not a whole lot of room for them in just like this small area. It gets very tight, and AoE damage can cause us a lot of problems. So, let's go ahead and draft everybody. Actually, before we do that though, I forgot to introduce our newest addition. So Murgo was able to recruit Tigress, who, where are you, Tigress? There she is. Oh, she's sleeping in the kitchen or cafeteria. Right, well, Murgo was able to recruit her, and Tigress is of course our, or at least will be our resident sister of battle. She'll be like the canoness or something. She is just a fighter, that's it. So really good at shooting, really good at melee, passion for both, but incapable of anything else. So again, what we had talked about was making her a sister of battle. And because she isn't really capable of doing much in the base, or, I mean, literally anything at all, I will probably have her out on missions wherever possible, because it's just a more effective use of her time. Because when she's here, she's not going to be doing anything, really. Maybe, I don't think she's capable of cleaning. Yeah, dumb labor, so I don't think she can even clean, which is a real shame. Anyway, we're going to turn her into a sister of battle. I don't have any weapons for her right now. Maybe a plasma pistol, I guess, but I'm going to hold off on that. So we'll have to get her outfitted. Obviously, I still need to mod in all that stuff to make her a sister of battle, but we'll try to get there eventually. And then our last addition to the colony, Elorana. I think I'm yeah, that looks right. So she is also might end up being a sister of battle. A lot of people in the comments wanted me to make her into a sister Repentia, which, if you're not familiar with them, are basically sisters of battle that have like brought shame upon themselves in some way, and they basically take an oath and become like kamikaze sisters of battle. They are more or less naked. They cover themselves in scriptures but not a lot else, and they go charging headfirst into battle with chainswords and eviscerators and all that good stuff. So, because she is sort of in the same vein as Tigress, melee skill, but rather than shooting, she only has social, so she can't, you know, she can't fight in range combat, only melee. She might become something in that vein as well. The other reason for that was because she's a nudist. It kind of fits the Sister Repentia thing. We'll see. I may just turn her into a commissar, because I already have to mod in the Sister of Battle stuff, and then having to do a Sister Repentia like uniform on top of that could be a bit difficult. I may not ever get to it, so if that doesn't happen, then she'll just become a commissar and she can have a chainsword and help recruit troops or something. Okay, so that's the plan. Before everybody goes to sleep, let's draft basically everyone. Nobody's asleep right now, right? No, everybody's working on stuff. Okay, let's get everybody out here. Start marching down there. And then who do we not need? Let's see. Obviously, we don't want Halleck. We can't risk him getting hit. Cashin's kind of the same deal. Yaris can't fight, so there's no point in bringing him. I think Tigress is going to man one of the machine guns, since we don't have a weapon for her yet. Lax, you do have a gun. Lazarus, you do not. I don't know that you're going to be of much use, so we'll leave you. Sylvia, you're a doctor with no weapons, so we'll keep you back as well. And all you have is that orc chopper right now. Yeah, we'll keep you in base too. But everybody else is going to head on out here. And we're going to kick it off by shooting it with this. We'll spread everybody else out along the fence line here. I don't know what the spacing is going to be like. Zima, I think I want you pretty close by. What's the range of... Ooh, that's going to be an issue. And I think the las guns are only slightly better in terms of range. So we might have a hard time hitting anything. Alright, who's going to be our other gunner? Mirage, are you a decent shot? 3. What was... Okay, you're 2. Alright, Mirage, you're going to be on the other gun then. Oh my god, was that tedious. Okay, so I finally got everybody moved around. A few people started abandoning their posts because they had to sit around too long, and so there's people all over the place now. Very few were where they... Actually, some of them are where they initially were, but... Yeah, they started taking off as I was giving other people orders, and I had to call them back, and it was just a mess. So I've concentrated most of the snipers here, because they're the only ones that are going to be able to engage anything beyond the fence. And then my more mid-range stuff is here, because the enemy is probably going to be coming around the fence and then toward the entrance. Even if they don't go toward the entrance, at least if they go beyond this, they'll be able to engage, and so that puts most of them in range right here. But my more close-range weaponry is here, again, if anything tries to sneak past. I also have Garvel kind of waiting there to ambush anything. Lax, too, with his power axe. And, yeah, I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and force target there. And let's crack this thing open. Whoa! Okay, yeah, this is very similar to what we saw last time. So, kind of a mixed bag. There's some Mechanicus and some Necrons. We have a Lord. A Scyther, some Necron Warriors, Sicarian Infiltrators, and it looks like there's at least 3 of them, potentially more. There's 3 Warriors, Skitarii Ranger. That is effectively a sniper rifle, so the snipers are going to have to counter-snipe him. And then we have a Skitarii Ranger with a Radium Carbine and a Tech Priest Dominus with a Macro Stubber. So yeah, kind of an interesting assortment there. I think the biggest threat is the Necron Lord with that staff. So I'm going to tell all of my snipers to target him first. Because he can just like... I think he can like one-shot flay stuff to death. We're missing a sniper. Oh, there's Ren. I didn't mean to put Ren there. Whoops. Well, at least she's in range. Okay. Let him have it. Somebody got shot in the head there. Didn't seem to matter much, though. Can we get that Necron Lord, please? Oh, God. Come on, guys. Okay. Jeez. This side is just getting absolutely destroyed. Tigress, I need you to start killing... The Necron Warriors are just brutal. Oh, wow, they're not even really damaged either. Okay, I need you to start shooting that one. What are you shooting at? I need you to hit that one. If you can. Oh, Tigress is down. Alright, Azrin, I need you to man the gun. Stop shooting my down people. Alright, Reyna, I need you to... Well... Crap. Okay, we need to abandon the gun. Because if we don't, they're going to keep shooting at them. So, move down here, please. That should at least keep them alive. Alright, none of our people are dead yet. That's a good start. So just the Scyther and that guy, right? Okay. Whew. Man, this is not pretty. One of our snipers is down. Ren. Target that. And let's see. Mirage, what are you shooting at? Well, you can keep shooting the Necrons until they're dead. Let's see here. I need some of you guys to go rescue people. Alright, so everybody's been rescued, or at least they're in the process of being rescued. And we're gearing up for a final charge here. There's just this Scyther left, so I'm going to rush it with basically everybody who's not wounded. Or, I mean, a few of them are wounded, but we're going to just run up into this guy's face and start shooting him point blank. And that was enough to do it. Okay, perfect. Now then. Okay, so let's take a look at our wounded, just to make sure none of them are going to die or anything. So, yeah, herbal medicine, that looks good. Tigress. Oh, you lost your thumb. Zarena. Ooh, that's bad. We'll have to see if we can fix that with surgery. And Remy. So none of these people are actually in any life-threatening danger. I guess these Gauss wounds aren't particularly lethal. And I've gone ahead and I've already set them all to herbal medicine, so that'll take care of them. Over here, we need to clean up this mess. So what do we got here? Do you have any blades left? Perfect, we got both. So let's remove both of those before we issue shutdown order. All this stuff, whoops, get some free meals out of that. All that stuff needs to be hauled. Liara, I don't know what you're shooting at, but don't do it. Come over here and, yeah, melee attack that thing to death. Daniel, is it this guy? I don't know where the exclamation points are coming from. Oh, you don't have a, or you're not drafted, that's why. There we go. Mirage, could you come finish that one off? And right. So you should probably go get yourself treated. We'll get all of this stuff unforbidden so that it can get hauled one place or another. We're gonna make some good money off of this. Oh, those fine meals need to get eaten. Macro stubber, nice. I'm actually gonna prioritize them to eat those fine meals because I do not want them to go to waste. Okay, you're down but not dead. I think, who's gonna go deal with you? Liara, okay. And who's going to eat? Was that Havel? Havel, come eat these fine meals. You guys are a little bit late to the party there. Go ahead and haul some of that stuff back for us. Azarin, kind of the same deal, you're a little late. Okay, and let's make sure that you guys head back. I need to unforbid these weapons so that the people that were downed can come back and grab their equipment when they are feeling better. That's going to deteriorate a little bit, unfortunately, but I can't help that. Alright, there we go. Oh, and I need somebody to finish this thing off. I might have Daniel do it. Zemo, what are you doing? Oh, you're moving? Come modify that for me. Are you bleeding out? No. I mean, you are, but not life-threateningly so. Why are you forbidden? Is it something under you? Okay, it is. This is taking forever. Alright, you're finally dead. Daniel, go ahead and light that thing up. See how long that takes. It might be a while. I think I'm going to have Zima do it because Zima's gun will be far more efficient at it. Alright, Mirage, you can go back to base. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, take some of those meals with you. Actually, hold on. Don't do that. Eat one of these. If you're so inclined. Yeah, that's going to take forever. Okay. Then we'll get the other one and go ahead and decommission that unit. Azarin, you're playing some horseshoes. How's everybody doing? Did they get treated yet? They didn't get treated yet. Halleck, you are the worst medic ever. Let's make sure they're getting a... You know what? You probably don't need medicine. Okay. So Zima and Liara are chipping in and helping destroy this. There it goes. So there's our silver and steel. Would have been nice if we got a little bit more for it than that, but what can you do? And then, before this guy, he's not going to get back up, but just in case, we're not going to leave him there. So go ahead and finish modifying him, please. And that'll shut him down. Alright, you guys can go back to base. Try to haul some stuff with you, if you don't mind. And Halleck is finally treating these people. And looks like she's getting pretty good quality treatment as well. So that's nice. Who else? Cashin, you should probably be helping out here. And Sylvia, I wouldn't mind if you did either. I mean, fine, go eat first. It's not like people are dying. Alright, and then our stuff's getting hauled back. It'll probably be a while before all this stuff gets moved, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't deteriorate. And we're going to have a very nice collection of weapons here that we can sell. That should help us get closer to the amount of silver that we need in order to buy Gene Seed. It is quite expensive, but these weapons are worth a lot of money. So, yeah, this one is almost worth 10,000. Of course, we want to unload this stuff ASAP because it is inviting very, very nasty raids by us having it here. Who still needs treatment? Oh, Zima does. She's going to go rest in her own bed. Yeah, unfortunately, none of these guys are going to get... Wait, Halleck, where are you going, man? Really? Worst medic ever. Alright, so it looks like Sylvia's finally chipping in too. Yeah, I mean, luckily nobody's in any real danger here. Some of them are bleeding, but not significantly. So it's just a matter of getting it patched up, and once that's done, we should be fine. It's not like that Tyrannocyte weapon where they're going to be like vomiting and constantly bleeding out. It should all heal fairly quickly. And it looks like Lazarus has already repaired most of the damage. Yeah, good job, Lazarus. So, we clearly need some heavier firepower. To that end, you know, we're working on this cannon up here. I don't know what kind of range it has. I'm hoping it'll be able to engage anything in this range here, but we'll see. I'm also currently researching, let's see, the anti-material turret. We're going to try to get some of those put down. Maybe they're a bit big. They won't fit. I mean, they will fit in here, but they'll occupy most of the embrasure. So I'll probably have them in between. So maybe like every I don't know exactly how tall these are. Let's actually map that out. So how many is this? 8. So we'll probably do them right here because I think they're 2 by 2. So we'll do it there, and that leaves basically 3 on either side of it for colonists to set up. So we could basically have, you know, somebody in a shooting position there, and then the turret here. And I believe these turrets do not need to be manned. The cannon, I think, does. Veria, why are you exhausted? I'm just going to get rid of this. I like it because it makes them more efficient, but anytime the schedule gets screwed up, they just become an absolute mess. So let's just remove it. Let's just remove it, and our work will be less efficient, but I won't have to worry about like micromanaging this for people that are, you know, suffering from exhaustion. If they need to go to bed, they can just go to bed. Alright, so it dawns on me that there was a way to disassemble Necrons, and I don't remember what it was. It's not in the butchered thing here. So I'm trying to recall how exactly we went about it. Hopefully that pemmican makes it where it's supposed to go. It looks like all of this is forbidden. That's good. But yeah, there was a way to take them apart, and I want to say, no, it's not under here because that's the only disassemble build that I see. I wonder if it just falls under this. It does. Okay, perfect. So that's what it was. Let's actually allow disassembly of all these. I should have done that. Yeah, I should have done that for all the Mechanicus we had seen in the past. Because I think there was a bunch of Sicarian infiltrators that we missed. There's a bunch of rotting ones in here. There was. Maybe we can still get these guys. We'll see. Anyway, now we have the option to do that. It looks like Lax is mining through here. We're not quite ready to add this yet. Obviously, it hasn't been sealed off yet. But I'm having him mine up to just like one layer. That way, nobody can go through here and, you know, vent our base. But it'll be very quick to add on once it's ready to go. We'll have to mine this out and replace it with a proper wall. Also, we need some sort of... Oh, you know what? It also occurs to me that Tigress doesn't have a bed. So let's make this her bed. We'll need to find somewhere to add a door here. And then I'm probably going to tear most of this down and just make the wall flush with this or something. We'll see. Bulk goods trader, left comms range. That's fine. We need a weapons trader. Let's see. Reyna, can you just check for me real quick? Oh, you will never do social. Of course, I grabbed the one person incapable of it. Could you do it real quick? Or just look? Alright, well, it does not look like we have anybody nearby that we can trade with. Bummer, but hopefully we get one soon. Alright, so checking in on the... I don't know that I can call it the annex anymore because it's now just kind of a contiguous part of the base. But it is coming along nicely. These bedrooms are starting to get floored, and so we'll be able to start moving people into those pretty soon. I need to get them lit, so I'll queue up some of these as well. We'll start with that. I'm going to wait until these get floored to add them in. But that will clear out everybody in here. We have 6 people currently sleeping in here, and that is everybody that isn't in these bedrooms and these ones. So all 6 of them will be able to fit in one of these, and that gives us room for at least 6 more colonists. And from there, we'll have to figure out another solution if we expand beyond that. I did intend to utilize this space. I was going to make this sort of a mini fortress monastery for... I guess we could have the Space Marines and the Sisters of Battle kind of in here, off on their own. And I guess to that end, we could have more sleeping quarters in here. And we'll just move all of those particular characters in there when the time comes. And that would free up some space in here. Obviously, Daniel, I think, is sleeping in this room, yeah. So, basically, one of these wouldn't go to Daniel. But we'll figure it out. But I think we will need to add sleeping areas in there. But it'll be more Space Marine themed in that area. Let's see, it looks like we've taken apart something. That's good. That's a lot of plasteel in there. And doing pretty well on our floors. I'm going to add a bit of that over here. And once they're done with the hallways there, we should see the actual... Oh good, Remy's no longer incapable of moving around. That should all heal pretty nicely. I think he's going to go grab his weapon. So who's left? Zarena. You got a lot of wounds, but nothing serious. That flaying scar might be a problem, though. Oh, an incapacitated refugee. Morgan, a miner. She will die within 5 days. Okay, where? Is this even doable? I wouldn't mind doing it. We will need to give our people a chance to rest, though. Obviously, we did just see ourselves through quite the fight there. Oh wow, that's actually really nearby. And who is this? The Grey Mountain Kin League? The thing is, I don't want to make peace with any of the purely human factions because there is a chance that they will raid me, and that's really my only source of prisoners, is those factions. And I want prisoners because I can force them to work for very little in return. Or I can recruit them. But I can't recruit, you know, Mechanicus, I can't recruit Necrons, I can't recruit Orcs. So if I make peace with those factions, then I kind of cut off my own supply of recruits. One thing I would like to do nearby, though, is I do want to take out some of these enemy bases. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference, even though these guys are our neighbors, or the closest thing to a neighbor for us. We've only seen them, I think, twice, and it was very early on. Since then, we've been raided by virtually everything else. So the proximity doesn't seem to affect how frequently they raid us. Attacking and destroying it might set them back a little bit, but they do have another base here. This is a different Trader Guard regiment, but still Trader Guard. And they have another base out there. So yeah, it's difficult to say what effect that would even have, but at least it would give us some breathing room. Also, I wanted to hit some of these enemy outposts. Yeah, we might need to do that if we don't end up with enough silver for that gene seed. So, ooh, it's down to 4 days. What are we looking time-wise, though? I imagine in the APC this would be like... Yeah, it's probably going to be like 0.1 day. Probably the whole trip in under a day. Minus the time it takes to rescue them and treat them. So that's something that we'll definitely do, but we have a bit of time before we need to do it. I'd say probably 2 days just to be safe. I'm curious, what is this Staff of Light worth? Holy hell. We won't make that much for it, but that is an incredibly valuable weapon. And we are going to be rated like crazy for having this stuff. Where are you going with that? Whatever. Maybe it'll get moved inside and repaired. We'll see. We do need to start repairing this stuff, but I, again, need a bit of a surplus to make that happen. And we don't have that right now. We have exactly what we need to get by. Even a little bit short of that, honestly. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to end the episode. There was a lot of cuts and stuff, so I don't know how long this episode's going to end up, because there was a lot of me just like pausing and having to kind of survey everything and figure out what the hell to do. But I am running at about 50 minutes right now, so I imagine we'll get a fairly standard length episode out of this. I know a lot of you guys like the slightly longer episodes, and I shy away from that just because it's less accessible to people that don't have the time to sit there and watch like a 45-minute episode. So I try to keep them around 30 to 35 because that seems to be a nice balance that sort of everybody's okay with. I'll see if I can get this one around there as well, but obviously it'll depend on how much content I have. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.